Hey, great, thanks for joining me. I got a quick question for you. Do you love to make mistakes? Or do you, do you fear them? Go ahead, leave the comment down below. And if you want to get more videos like this, be sure to subscribe. So which one is it? Do you love making mistakes? Or do you fear making mistakes? You know, what I get from most people is fear, and I get it. It's humiliating. What if I mess up? What if I stand up here in front of this video and I trip over my tongue and make a fool of myself, and you all laugh at me and think I'm an idiot? Well, at least that's what's going through my mind. How many of you have ever had a thought like that? How many of you, or maybe someone you know, has ever had a fear of making a mistake so great that it stopped them from ever taking action in the first place? Think about it. Think about that person. Think about the mistake that they could have possibly made. What were the chances that it would actually happen? Was it a big chance or small? Risk versus reward. You know, for that reason, and along with many others, I love making mistakes. In fact, I have a rule, one that I live by, one of my codes, is to be willing to make and learn from my mistakes. Because often, if I look through the history and through my life, what I've noticed is that the mistakes I have made and the challenges I've had are often my greatest gifts. I wouldn't be able to stand up here in front of you today being able to speak English. Like, heck, some of you know my story. Deaf as a child, used magic to face my fear, overcome that fear by standing on stage and performing. If I wasn't willing to make those mistakes, none of you would ever hear me speak or know my name. So imagine this. Imagine if you were willing to not only make them, but love making mistakes. Okay, I'll give you an example of why I think this way. I was about 16 years old. My dad and I, we drove halfway across the country so I could enter a magic competition. I got really excited. First time ever on stage in front of my peers like this. It's an international magic competition being held in, I think it was Colon, Michigan that year, if I remember correctly. And I get there, and those of you who saw me as a magician know I have a billiard ball act. Produce 1, 2, 8 billiard balls in my hand, all done to music, because I didn't speak in those days. Too much of a stutter. So I get on stage, but what I didn't realize, or what I didn't take into account, is the night before, I'm in the magic shop, and I saw this nice, shiny new set of billiard balls. Slightly bigger, 1/4 of an inch bigger than the set that I used prior. So I bought them. So there I am, on stage, dressed in a tux, tails and all. I'm performing the music. I produce the first, the second, the third. I'm up to 7 billiard balls. I go to produce the 8th, and as soon as I do, it flies out of my hand. Easy enough. Okay, I got this. It flies out of my hand. Well, let's be honest. I've messed up before. So what do? Well, I grip on tight, swing my hand down to catch that 8th billiard ball. What I didn't take into account is as I swinging down, I stepped on my tails. My feet, my right foot is now on my tail. So as I stand up, I pull back and fall backwards into the curtain in front of everyone, live. I get up, beet red. I still have 7 of the billiard balls in my hand. The 8th one, gone. Off the stage, as long as it didn't hit someone, that's the key, right? Long gone. Continue the performance, do the show, and move on. Humiliating, right? Could make sure that I never get on a stage again, unless I'm willing to learn from the mistake. What did I learn? Well, 1, don't ever buy a brand new prop and use it in an international competition the very next day. Need time to work on the tools and to get accustomed to them. Because I never drop a billiard ball. Well, that's not true. But if I got used to the tools, that might not have happened. What else did I learn? Well, I looked at my score sheet, and I still placed in the top 5th. Imagine that. I fell into the curtain, and I still got high enough marks to stay in the top 5. Why? Well, because the main comment across all my sheets from all the judges is the show must go on. Right? Life is just like a stage. You're up there, you're in the middle of the performance. When I fell back into the curtain, I have a choice. I can be humiliated and let it take me out of the game and I can run off stage. I can stand up, strong, learn from my mistake, and keep moving forward. So which one is it? Do you love making mistakes? Or are you going to fear them and let them control you? Or are you going to learn from your mistake and use that experience to move forward in life? Because like I said, I can look through my life and pinpoint my ups and the downs. And some of the greatest mistakes I have ever made have led to being the greatest gifts that I now have. So thank you for your time. Love to hear your comments, and if you'd like it, feel free to like and share or subscribe to get more videos coming up in the near future. Most of them, especially for the business community, I'll be leaving comments on sales, networking, relationship building, and overall overcoming that number one obstacle that holds us all back. Because let's face it, you're not as far as you think you are. Often it's about 6 inches away. So go out there, make some mistakes, learn from those experiences, and have a lot of fun doing it. And I'll see you soon. Thanks for your time.